Welcome back, everyone, to the Detroit Lions franchise here on Madden 20. As today, Week 17 is here. Win and we're maybe in the playoffs. Lose and we're done. So, quite a lot to cover in this episode. First off, our offensive coordinator wants to talk to us about Aaron Rodgers. And let me tell you, we're not going to stop him. He's the most talented quarterback in the NFL. He has a cheesy X-Factor ability. So we just have to neutralize him. If we cannot have him in the zone, if our secondary can play well, if we can get after him and neutralize him, we have a very good shot of winning this game. If our offense does their thing and our defense can stop him, we will win this game. And it wants us to beat the Packers, which is possible. But let me tell you right now, we're not going to hold him to 150 passing yards, and we're not going to hold him to 0 touchdowns. So here's the situation. The best we can get is the 6th seed. Bears and 49ers have 8 wins. We have 7 wins. So we need to win, we need the Bears to lose, and we need the Niners to lose. That's a lot. Just got to hope for it. I've also gotten some comments about the sliders, so here they are. I play on 10-minute quarters, all-pro simulation. I know these aren't the hardest of sliders, but I'm not the best at this game, as you can tell. So just bear with me. Let's leave some Week 17 action here at Ford Field between the 9 and 6 Green Bay Packers and the 7 and 8 Detroit Lions. As for the Packers, if they win this game or the Bears lose, they will win the NFC North. Chances are the Bears won't lose for playing the Vikings, who are 4 and 11, but there's still an opportunity for them to lose. The Vikings are a tough team. Obviously, that's what Detroit needs. And speaking of Detroit, they need a lot to go their way. A Bears loss, a Niners loss, and then to win against a very tough Green Bay Packers team who will likely be in the playoffs. They haven't clinched yet, as these two teams are in opposite situations. The Packers have not clinched, but it would take a miracle for them not to be in. And then the Lions have also not clinched, but it would take a miracle for them to be in. Here's a look at the playoff picture. Only 2 teams have clinched. The Panthers and the Eagles, Rams and Packers and Falcons all looking good. Bears, Niners, and Lions and Cardinals all fighting for that 5 and 6 seed. Lions do have a tiebreaker over the Cardinals, remember, so it doesn't really matter how Arizona does, as this game is underway. It'll be received in the front of the end zone by the rookie out of Maryland, Ty Johnson. He's wrapped up by a Packer defender at the 22. So here comes out Matthew Stafford. Stafford got hurt last week, missed about 3/4 of the game, and it was apparent. This team is far better with him rather than with Tom Savage. This team is not the same without Stafford, and if he's not a quarterback, this team has no chance to do anything. So let's start first quarter. Here's Kerryon Johnson already losing about a yard or so. Zadarius Smith, the $64 million man with the play. Smith was signed this offseason from the Baltimore Ravens. That'll bring us to a 2nd and 11. Here's the former number 1 overall pick, Matthew Stafford, connecting with his superstar rookie tight end, TJ Hockenson. That's reception number 81 on the season for Hockenson. Of course, the jersey number of that former Lion and now Lions head coach Calvin Johnson wars on 3rd down. Jermaine Kearse does not gain anything. That's Josh Jackson with the hit, and the Packers will get the ball. So here is Aaron Rodgers. Screenplay on 1st down for Trent Taylor, and he gets the boom. Darius, big play, Slay with the hit. They're actually going to call that a run play. So Taylor loses 1 on the ground, as that'll bring us to a 2nd and 11. Here's A-Rod, former Cal Golden Bear, connecting with Devontae Adams. Expect to hear that name a lot today. Adams has had a big season, over 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns from a Fresno State product. Now from the 22, Aaron Rodgers alone in the backfield. He has no friends as he's going downstairs where Daddy hides the vodka. That's Snacks Harrison with the sack, his 12.5 of the season. Snacks Harrison, not known as a pass rusher, but he's been the best one on this football team this year. And then 2nd down, Aaron Jones loses 3, courteous of Deshaun Hand. Jared Davis also making contact. So Detroit has it, still 0-0. Stafford looking for Johnson. It's tipped, and it's picked off by Martinez. And then TJ Hockenson puts the boom on him. Martinez, it looks like he's seriously injured. What a hit from Hockenson. But still, nonetheless, the Packers do get the ball back. Questionable pass from Stafford. Nice tip by whoever was covering Johnson. So here's Green Bay. It'll be a screen pass for Aaron Jones, who brings it to the 19 before being tackled by Tracy Walker, who had a pick 6 last week against Denver. The Lions' only touchdown of the game. And then 3rd and goal. Here's Trent Taylor juking out Slay. He gets hit hard by Walker again. and that'll force out Mason Crosby. Crosby missed 5 kicks last season here at Ford Field, which led to a Lions win back in Week 5. He does not miss that one, as it is good, and the Packers will take a 3-0 lead. So here returns the Detroit Lions. Stafford alone in the backfield, or he's joined by Kerryon in the backfield, my apologies, on first down as it's intercepted. Kyler Fackrell with the play. Johnson can't bring him down. Touchdown Packers, as Fackrell will give them to extend the lead, making it 10-0, as Stafford already with 2 interceptions today. He's not looking good, and he needs to rebound. 2nd and 8, here's Marvin Jones with the first down. Detroit needed that. They just need any form of momentum right now, and that'll definitely do that. So now, a little bit later in the second quarter, here's Johnson running into his blocker. That'll be Smith credited with the tackle for loss, as Johnson has not been able to do anything today. I believe he's at -1 rushing yards in this game at the moment. 2nd and 12. Here's Stafford going to look to throw it back over to Marvin Jones with the back juke. Flag on the play. That would be a face mask. So that'll move it to the 18, as the penalty flag is going to be on Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, picked in the 2nd round back in 2017. So now first down from the 18. Here's Johnson losing 5 more yards, putting him at -6 on the day. Zadarius Smith with his 3rd tackle for loss of the game. So that'll bring up Matt Prater here on 4th and 12, 37 yards out, and he drills it. Lions make this game a little bit closer now, as it's 10-3. Green Bay Packers back with it, is on 2nd and 1. Rodgers going to look to throw it. He finds Davante Adams once again, bringing it to the 43, as Adams making it look easy. Now from the 43, very next play, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling, who brings it to the 21-yard line, former South Florida Bull in his 2nd season. Now 2nd and 8, A-Rod over to Davante Adams, tackled in the end zone by Rashawn Melvin. And that'll be a touchdown for Adams, his 9th of the year. And Green Bay makes it 17-3. They are looking good. They have the football back. A little bit past the 2-minute warning now, is Aaron Rodgers looking deep for Trent Taylor, who gets pounded. I think that's Tracy Walker again with the hit. He loves to clobber people, but still a first down for Taylor nonetheless. And then 3rd down. There is Marquez Valdes-Scantling for the touchdown. Now it's 24-3. Packers with a big lead at this point. Lions going to need a huge comeback. So here's Stafford finding Marvin Jones down the sidelines. Runs out of bounds at the 18. Lions have 1 timeout and 24 seconds left to do anything, as making this one 24-10 would be absolutely huge. Here's 2nd down. Stafford looking. He is Marvin Jones. Touchdown, Detroit Lions, is Jones with a huge score, bringing the deficit down to 14 as we head almost to the second half. Final play of the first half. Here's Aaron Rodgers looking to throw it, and he will be sacked. As that Snacks Harrison getting some leftover. His 2nd on the day. That'll end the first half. So now on to the second half. Packers start the football, which is not good news for Detroit. As on first down, Aaron Rodgers looking for Jones, who loses about 3, even though he wasn't touched. Now 3rd and 4. Handoff. And here comes the boom from Davis. Jamal Williams unable to get anything. Davis has been pretty quiet today after being busy the past few weeks. So here's Stafford now on 2nd down, trying to throw it to Kerryon Johnson, but instead it's Galladay who makes the catch, bringing it to the 47-yard line. Huge play right there from Kenny G. Now 3rd down and 4. Stafford going to look to throw it. He will look short for his tight end Hawkinson, who probably, I would say, loses a yard. So that'll bring up 4th and 5. And Coach Calvin Johnson is going to risk it for the biscuit. Lions going for it. And it is an all-out blitz. Stafford gets it out at the nick of time. And that'll go to Kerryon Johnson, who gains 31. Huge conversion right there. It really looks like Stafford was about to get sacked. Now 3rd down. Stafford looking. Girls get the girls, as Kenny Galladay with the touchdown. And the Lions will make it a 1-possession game, making it a little bit closer, as that 4th down conversion really set them up there. And if it weren't for that conversion, the Lions would be pretty much dead at this point. So here's Davante Adams doing his thing, getting a gain of 20. Aaron Rodgers has been pretty much perfect today completion-wise. Only a few incomplete passes. Now 2nd down, there's Devon Kennard, the former Giant. He's going bowling, and he just got a strike. So now the Lions have it back, 24-17. Stafford on first down is sacked by Preston Smith, the former Washington Redskin, who was also signed this offseason to pretty big money. So now Green Bay has it here in the fourth quarter. Pretty nice drive up to this point, as there's Jamal Williams with it. Williams humbling, bumbling, tumbling to about the 8-yard line. Packers trying to make this a two-possession game once again, as on 3rd and goal. Aaron Rodgers going to look, and he will connect in the back of the end zone, as that's touchdown number 2 on the day for Marquez Valdes-Scantling. So now it's 31-17. The Lions need 2 touchdowns as well as a defensive stop. Certainly won't be easy, as Galladay makes a tough grab right there, and he's going to fight for extra yards, bringing it to the 46. Now from the 39, it's about 3rd down and 3. Stafford going to look to throw it. Stafford has time up the middle just a little, as there's T.J. Hawkinson bringing it to the 21-yard line, and the Lions will continue to move the chains. Now 2nd and 10, handoff for Johnson, who still is at like -1 yards on the day, as Johnson breaking tackles, finding the end zone for a Detroit Lion touchdown. Show off that orange justice, young man. Show off the Fortnite dances. It's now 31-24. Still a 7-point game, as here's Jamal Williams on first down with a huge run. Tracy Walker with like his 17th hit stick of the game, but that'll still do the job for Green Bay. Now 2nd down and 11. Devon Kennard with his 2nd sack of the game. Huge play right there for Detroit. This will give him an opportunity to get the ball back if they can get a stop here on 3rd down and 18, as Rodgers under pressure, and he is sacked by Trey Flowers, the former Patriot, the $90 million man with his 7.5 sack of the year. So now Detroit has it back. They have a chance to tie it up. Here on 3rd down, huge conversion right there to Jermaine Kearse. Don't know what Detroit would have done had they not gotten the 1st down. They probably would have punted it. And now from the 44, here's Matthew Stafford looking to throw it, taking his time. The precision decision for the rookie out of Old Dominion, Travis Fulgham, who gets it to the 22. Now a little bit under a minute to go at the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Stafford connects with guess who? T.J. Hawkinson. He's going to do the Fortnite dances too. We are now tied up at 31. So now the Lions just need 1 stop. Packers have it up at the 48. Short pass for Adams. Hit hard by Walker at about the 40. And then, get this. So, Green Bay tries to go for the field goal. They had a timeout, but they didn't call it. And that'll bring us to overtime. I was waiting to laugh at Mason Crosby for missing again here at Ford Field. But the Packers don't even have them kick it because of bad clock management. So now on to overtime. The first Lions OT game of the year. Packers call heads. Believe it or not, it is heads. They will obviously choose to receive. So Green Bay has the ball first. If they get a touchdown, they win the game. They win the NFC North. And they eliminate any chances for the Lions to make the playoffs. So now here on 1st down, it'll be a handoff for Jamal Williams. Williams breaks the tackle from Tavai down the field. There goes Jamal Williams, and the Green Bay Packers have won this game in dramatic fashion. 67 yards from Jamal Williams, the 3rd-year back out of BYU. Darius Slay unable to catch up to him. And just like that, the Green Bay Packers are now NFC North champions. The first time the Packers have beaten the Lions in a good 2 years or so. And meanwhile, for Detroit, they fall to 7-9. Their playoff hopes are officially no more. Credit to the Lions. They took it down to the last second. And good news for the Lions fans, it won't hurt as bad because both the Bears and the Niners won, not the Redskins. Both the Bears and the Niners won, so the Lions would not have made the playoffs regardless of this result. Taylor Bennett wants to talk to us about our win. We just lost the game. I don't know what to say about that, and obviously we could not stop Aaron Rodgers. He went off. I think he threw like 3 incompletions, 3 touchdowns. He absolutely torched our defense. Maybe we look to improve the secondary this offseason. More on the offseason stream later in the video. So we're going to do the whole season recap right now because I have a big schedule with 2K coming out. I don't want to upload this on Thursday or Friday. I just want to focus on 2K the next couple of days and just have this now. This is the last episode until the off season. So, time to look at the standings. Starting with the AFC, the number 1 seed goes to the 12-4 Cleveland Browns, Patriots at 11-5, Colts 10-6, Raiders 9-7, and then your wild cards go to the Texans and Jaguars, each at 9-7. So the AFC South has 3 teams making the playoffs, And the Steelers and the Ravens were the only teams in the conference to have at least 10 losses. And then in the NFC, Panthers, Eagles, Rams, and Packers win their divisions. Falcons and Bears get the wild cards. Niners at 9-7 miss out. Obviously, we went 7-9. We will have, I believe that is the 11th pick in the draft. The Vikings finished with 4-12. They had the number 1 pick. And a bunch of teams in our conference finished with over 10 losses. So most of the top prospects are headed to the NFC. Now, looking at the stats, Matthew Stafford, a little bit over 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns, 12 picks, 65%. He had a quality year. He was a good quarterback for us. Definitely not opposed to having him as the starter. Next year, running the ball, Kerryon Johnson was great, even though he had like 20 yards in this game against the Packers. 1,446 yards, 13 touchdowns. Did fumble it a little bit too much. He's led the NFL in rushing pretty much the whole year, so I'm not entirely sure if he still did because of his bad game. Receiving, TJ Hawkinson, 97 grabs, almost 1,300 yards. Marvin Jones, Kenny Golladay, each with over 1,000 yards as well. Those were our big three. Those were the three who got the ball the majority of the time, and they were all great, especially our man TJ Hawkinson. The O-line, however, was not the best, especially pass blocking wise. Ricky Wagner with 16 sacks allowed. Taylor Decker allowing 15. Only one for Frank Ragnow. Good to see him playing really well. Defensively, Jared Davis leads the way with 114. Diggs, Wilson, and Slay are all over 100. Tackles for loss goes to Jelani Tavai with 14. 12 for Jared Davis. 10 for Rashawn Melvin. 9 for Devon Kennard. Sacks easily goes to Damon Harrison with 13.5. Trey Flowers with 7.5. Kennard with 5. Deshaun Hand with 5. Would have liked to see more from him this year. Davis 4. Aquara 3. Mike Daniels only with 1. And then interceptions, 8 for Darius Slay. I assume that led the NFL. 3 for Melvin, 2 for Tavon Wilson and Tracy Walker, 1 for Kennard, Davis, Diggs, and Coleman. Looking at the kicking, Matt Prater was great. 26 for 30. I thought he only missed 3 field goals, but I guess he missed 4. Perfect on extra points. Sam Martin was incredible. The kick returning duties were both done by Ty Johnson and Jamal Agnew. Agnew did the punt returning. Both of them were pretty solid. And then here is TJ Hawkinson. His develop is no longer hidden. It is now superstar. So Hawkinson will have superstar. We're going to take a look at his abilities, as next year he will have curl specialist. And then once he's a 90 overall, he'll have red zone threat. Hopefully we can eventually make him an X factor so we can get more. Awards. MVP goes to Andrew Luck. Isn't that funny? As we obviously have no Lions in the MVP conversation. Coach of the Year goes to Ron Rivera. Very well deserved. The Panthers were incredible this season. Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC goes to Andrew Luck. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Dante Hightower of the New England Patriots. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Marquise Hollywood Brown. Doesn't look like there was too much competition. I'm sure Hawkinson would have easily won had he been in this conference. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Devin Bush. Levi Wallace in 4th, even though he's not actually a rookie. Baker Mayfield of the Cleveland Browns wins Best Quarterback. Best Running Back goes to Le'Veon Bell. Just drafted him on my fantasy team, so hopefully he does well this year. Tyler Boyd, Best Wide Receiver. Best Offensive Lineman goes to Rodney Hudson. Best Defensive Lineman goes to Calais Campbell. Cleveland Ferrell and Ed Oliver in there. Best Linebacker goes to Dante Hightower. Best Defensive Back goes to Tre'Davious White. And then the best kicker goes to Adam Vinatieri, the ageless wonder. On to the NFC. Offensive Player of the Year is Mitchell Trubisky. Kerryon in 10th. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Khalil Mack. We have to check his sack total in the offseason. I don't know what it is. Slay in 8th. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Kyler Murray. Hawkinson in 2nd. He was in 2nd the whole time. That's what I was expecting. It's because Kyler Murray is a quarterback. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Byron Murphy. Jelani Tavai in 4th. Best Quarterback goes to Mitchell Trubisky. Rodgers in 2. Stafford in 3. Got the whole division repping. No Kirk Cousins, though. Best Running Back goes to Todd Gurley. Kerryon Johnson in 3rd. Best Wide Receiver goes to Allen Robinson. Kenny Golladay in 4th. Marvin Jones in 8th. And if they had Best Tight End, I assume TJ Hawkinson would have won that. Best O-Lineman goes to David Bakhtiari. Best Defensive Lineman, I couldn't tell who won that. Probably Aaron Donald. I believe Snacks was in there. Best Linebacker goes to Mack. Jared Davis in 9. Really happy to see that. Really want to see him develop. Really liked playing with him this year. And then Best Defensive Back goes to our man, Darius Big Play Slay. And then last but not least, Best Kicker goes to Graham Gano. We have Matt Prater in 7th. And I forgot to mention it, but Rashawn Melvin finished in 10th for Best Defensive Back. So now time to look at our Pro Bowlers. We got TJ Hawkinson as a Pro Bowler. Kerryon Johnson makes for Pro Bowl. Kenny Golladay is a Pro Bowler for the first time in his career. It's not showing. There it is. So congratulations to them. There are still more guys who made it, believe it or not. We got Frank Ragnow, the offensive lineman. A little bit surprised to see him make it, but he definitely deserves it. He only allowed 1 sack. Damon Harrison makes his first career Pro Bowl. He's a 95, but he's never made a Pro Bowl. That is quite interesting. Now he finally does. And then the final Pro Bowler goes to Darius Slay, unsurprisingly, his third. I didn't check Prater or Sam Martin. I would not be shocked if either of them made it, so we'll check in the offseason stream. And speaking of the offseason stream, that will be live streamed on this YouTube channel on Sunday. So this upcoming Sunday, September 8th, I will be streaming it. What times do you want to see the stream be? I assume sometime in the afternoon. Let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And as always, have a good one. Peace.